up, y'all? Welcome to the Honey Pot Podcast. I am your host, Honey K, and I am here to bring you the tea. Period. Hello? Wait, what happened? Oh, let's talk about it. Okay, you guys, so today I have two special guests with me, two of my close friends in LA that are both actually not even from LA. And we're going to talk about a bunch of different topics, and it's going to be lit.
My name is Keela. What's up, y'all?
I'm EJ, a.k.a. Eclipse, the barber. Know what I'm saying? You know.
The barber, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm the barber. That's what I do.
No, period. Okay, so do you want to put your social medias on real quick?
My Instagram is Eclipse, but it's 2 underscores, ECLIPSS, Eclipse.
You can follow me on Instagram at OKKEELA or my TikTok at _KEELA_.
Okay, period. Okay, so real quick, you guys, today's podcast episode is a baked edition. So if you want to see that part of the podcast, which was before this part, make sure you tune in to the Patreon and subscribe so you can see the before the scenes. It's not even behind the scenes. It's before we even started it. So we got baked before we started. Look at your face. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Patreon Honey Pot Podcast. I am your host.
And we ain't even smoked yet. I can't with us.
Shout out to Surfs Up Exotic. I'm gonna shout them out because they're my people.
Shout out to Surfs Up.
He said it was some gas.
It was.
Yeah, she did too.
I wouldn't even lie. So
okay, so y'all both moved out here from different places. And y'all moved to LA and like this was a dream for y'all or what? Like why did you move to LA anyways?
Man, I got the idea to move out here because I was always coming here for vacation. Like, that's how even we met. But,
type.
Like, I just seen the potential and like the networking opportunities of like just being out here. Like, I just seen the potential, so I just said, fuck it. Like,
don't cuss within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just said, forget it. Like, I never planned on ever living out here. It just came to me. So I just went with it.
What made you decide to move out here?
basically for me, it was either LA or New York after high school. I graduated in 2013. So I just knew, I was like, I'm either going to go to LA or New York, and LA just ended up being the choice. So yeah, and I was either going to go to school or start modeling, and that's really what brought me to LA.
Right. Okay. And you came to LA you came on some spontaneous shit, but you came for something?
Yeah, I just came to cut hair because I just feel like the ceiling is much greater, much higher out here. Like, in Memphis, I kind of, like where I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So I felt like I kind of conquered where I was from already. I really want too much more for me to do. Like, It's like I beat the game. So coming to LA is like starting all the way over fresh. Like, it's put a new battery in your back to want to hustle more. You know what I'm saying?
You came to LA for like a dream. That's what a lot of people come for, basically. A dream, right?
Yeah. I essentially, like I said, I was like, I'm either going to go to school or I'm going to model. I'm going to pursue modeling and I'm going to get signed.
Right.
And I really thought, I was like, if I'm going to go to law school, I got to put everything into it. And I'm like, girl, you don't got no car. You moving to LA, like, law school, the school you trying to go to, that's up north. I'm like, you in SoCal, like, you're in LA. So I stayed in LA.
A lot of people think about moving to LA or like Miami, New York, that are from like smaller places, you know? So what would be your advice to them trying to move out of a small hometown? What would be your advice first as a male?
As a male,
just like one piece of advice.
Coming from a small town, coming to somewhere like LA, specifically LA, like, you just got to be ready to work. Like, as simple as that. Like, every day it's a grind. Like, you got to get up every day and do your thing. Like, if you out here, if you don't got a 9-to-5 job, and even if you do, you got to, like, I feel like you're going to have to do more. Like, one ain't, it's not going to be enough. You just got to put effort into everything you do, like, every day. Like, you know, so.
It costs a lot of money to live in LA.
Yeah, facts. Like, facts.
What would be your one piece of advice? Basically, you saying have your shit together.
My one piece of advice would be, if you're trying to move to LA to and move anywhere from your hometown, to always be intentional and stay true to you. Like, don't forget where you came from. That's one thing I will really say is always be intentional and stay true to you. Don't forget where you came from, because you're going to get tested a lot. Like, LA will chew you up and spit you out for sure. So
LA is not for everybody.
It's not. I know a lot of people that have moved here and they turned back around.
Do you feel like it's for everybody, EJ? Because you looking like, it ain't that bad.
I don't know about for everybody, but it's for sure for me. Like, I don't know. I've been doing my thing out here, but...
You love LA. Y'all, when I met him, he was like, I can't wait to move to LA. Like, I love it out here.
But let's talk about it. He came with intent.
Yeah.
You were intentional. You knew what you wanted to do out here, and you stayed true to you. You didn't come out here trying to do something else. He stayed cutting hair.
So your overall experience has been good so far. What about yours?
I mean, I've been here now for over a decade, like literally 11 years. So I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I've lived everywhere from downtown Burbank to Hawthorne. So for me, I'm like, I've had my good and my bad, but I love LA. I will never, you see, I ain't left. Right. I literally have not left. So this is home for me, for real. Like, I mean, 11 years is crazy.
Right. And EJ, you've been here how long?
It's going to be a year and like a week.
He in the honeymoon stage still. He just love LA.
1 year, 11 years is that's really two good perspectives for sure. Yeah.
It's a good perspective. Like, you've seen a lot. And you've seen some shit, but you probably haven't seen that much, but you've seen some shit. You from Memphis, though. Let's not play with EJ, because Memphis, I know Memphis get like that.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, that place it's something else. So, like, this is like a drain. Like, somebody, like, from where I'm from, a lot of folks can't even fathom that even I'm out here. Like, they look at me like I done already made it in life. Like, I don't know, it's different. So, yeah, I love it out here. Like, you know.
So, since being in LA, what is, like, the craziest thing you've experienced within your 1 year from being out here?
The craziest thing that happened to me.
Since you love it so much, let's hear something crazy.
The only crazy experience I had out here was that time when I met that guy at the club, and I went to go cut his hair, and after we was like leaving to go, after I was done cutting his hair, I thought I was going home, but this nigga had all type of situations going on that night. His girl came in, like, beating on him and all type of mess. There was just a lot going on that night. But outside of that, I never had, like, no crazy experience in LA. Like, everything been kind of regular. Oh, and the one time I passed out in the club because I was doing mushrooms.
You passed out in the club because you was doing mushrooms?
Yeah. It really wasn't just the mushrooms, though. I feel like I was dehydrated. I ate all day. I was drinking. I was smoking hella weed.
Oh, that is terrible.
So then, like, I remember we was at Scoreboard.
Y'all, we do not condone in these actions.
Right. Please don't be like me when it comes to that.
Don't flag us.
But,
literally.
Yeah, I was trying to leave. We was like about to leave the club, and I just must have took a step, and I got real dizzy. And all of a sudden,
accent gets you every time real dizzy.
I got real dizzy.
I got real dizzy.
And I just started seeing, like, my brain rattling in my head. It was like I just couldn't see nothing but just.
Oh, mushrooms is crazy.
But then I snapped out of it.
You was hallucinating.
I was like
tripping.
I was really like I was having a seizure or something. I don't know. Like, when I woke up.
No, that's not funny.
Everybody grabbed me.
Don't laugh. That's why
I'm laughing
for real.
We can't laugh.
His mannerisms.
Like, it wasn't funny at the moment, but it's funny to me now. But, like, at the moment, everybody was like, "Was he okay?" Like, I couldn't. Bro, I swear to God, I couldn't. I lost all my strength. I could barely walk, and then I'm like, "Dang!" But I was just hot.
No, I can relate. Your legs get a little weak when you off the mushrooms, for sure.
Yeah, but
the legs get weak in the knees.
Yeah, that's probably the craziest. Yeah, them like the craziest times that I had out here.
All right, what's one of the craziest things that happened to you in 11 years compared to 1 year EJ experience?
Definitely my interaction with me being a model. I lived in downtown LA for so long, and because I just always needed to stay, like, central area for, like, castings and stuff. And when I tell you the interactions I've had with homeless people is crazy. There's been 3 really crazy ones. So I'll make them quick. One, I was on my way home from an agency meeting, and a homeless woman just came up out of nowhere. Like, I had a great meeting. She just came up out of nowhere. I was about to be home, be literally in my building, and she just came and pushed me. Mind you, like, just a homeless woman. Like, she just walked up to me, pushed me.
Push you was crazy.
Pushed me.
And what did you do?
Girl, I lost it. Like, I didn't want to touch her, though, because it's like, she had, like, open wound. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Open wounds is crazy.
Yeah, her hands were dirty.
This nigga face.
Like, yeah. Yeah, just that alone. And another incident was just like this man I was on my way to the gym in downtown. And this homeless man tried to like grab my bag up off me. And I had like my laptop in there. I had my camera on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, why is EJ face? I'm going to continue to zoom in on his face.
Mm-hmm. You got to.
Because what the fuck?
That's why I was laughing, because I said his mannerisms.
Animated.
Yeah,
literally.
His mannerisms is like when he speaks and just, the things that he be saying, you funny, EJ.
No, but that's insane.
Yeah, crazy. So yeah, just being pushed by a homeless woman and then also being a homeless man trying to grab my bag. And like, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so y'all being from different places, you being from Memphis and you being from Minnesota, I feel like those are two complete different places. And then y'all came to LA. So compared to LA, which do you feel is more dirty or ghetto as far as Memphis? Do you feel like LA is dirty? Because people would be saying LA is dirty. Like, y'all got bums, y'all got trash everywhere. Is LA dirty compared to Memphis?
Yeah, like, it's dirty, like, as far as, like, people be throwing little trash, like, everywhere around here, like, but Memphis got, like, a lot of dirty spots.
Oh, my God. Y'all really be going in on how dirty LA is. Everybody really do. But it is dirty, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm so used to it, but when I go other places, it do be clean.
I seen somebody throw a whole box of pizza out the car window. Like, I swear to God, like, a whole large box of pizza out the window.
Nobody would do that in Memphis.
I ain't never seen that back home. Like, folks trifling, but I ain't never seen that, though. Like, that was crazy. I'm like, wow, that's kind of insane.
That's kind of insane. Okay, do you feel like LA is super dirty compared to Minnesota?
So, in my opinion, yes. However, it's because, so like, I've lived here for a long time. It's overpopulated. Yeah. It's very different. Even though it's a much larger state, people might be like, well, California way bigger than Minnesota, so how can you compare? The difference is that California is extremely overpopulated. Yeah. There's a lot of people here. So it doesn't matter if it's a bigger state. As far as the cleanliness, yes, it is dirtier. Yeah. A lot more rats. I feel
roaches. Like Minnesota it sounds like it's a clean place. Like it sounds like it's just like so nice. Everybody's yard is cut and there's no trash anywhere.
The dirtiest thing I've ever seen.
But I don't know anything about Minnesota.
Yeah, I would say, I don't feel like, and I don't want my hometown eating me up. So let me be careful about how I say this. Yeah. Well, first, let me finish the question. I feel like the dirtiest thing I've ever seen, me personally, as far as dirty in my mind, where I'm like, oh, hell. Like, it would be in downtown St. Paul at nighttime when I was about to get on the city bus to go home. I just kept hearing a bunch of squeaking. And I realized it was a bunch of mice in the damn park, like migrating.
Oh, wow.
Yes, a bunch of mice just running around the grass in the little park area in downtown St. Paul. So what I will say is that is the only thing that I can really say in comparison to the rats in LA. When I be seeing rats. But over in Minnesota, it was mice. They weren't big. Out here, they be big.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. So really quick, we're going to play a new game that I'm introducing to the podcast. It is called Stir the Pot. I have the honey pot right here. And we are going to stir it. And y'all are going to pick a question out of the honey pot. And you have to answer the question on the honey pot. And you never know what you're going to get up out of here. Okay. You can stir it up, flip it, do whatever you want to do, boo.
Stir it up real good. I love this little idea. This is so cute.
Stir the pot. Okay. It can get crazy in there. But it could be very calm, too. So we about to see. Okay. I'm excited to see. You probably got I hope you got something good. It's some chill shit in here, too.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, read it.
What is a drug that you have tried for the first time while living in LA? Okay, so my friend knows me very well. I don't know if she knows this, though. I have never tried anything outside of, we can say that on YouTube, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Marijuana.
Oh, say flour.
Or flour. I have never tried anything other than flour, which can say cannabis, and alcohol. The only thing as far as that would be considered a drug, yeah, would be flour, would be cannabis.
Yeah. Okay, so my girl is good.
No pills.
Because people would just be doing all types of stuff.
Yeah, no pills, no.
What?
Can we say, what's the good word? What's a good replacement word for like white?
Oh yeah, girl, we just don't do it, so it don't matter.
Yeah, like never even.
Oh, you know what? I have said Coke.
Well,
I've said Coke before, and I didn't get flagged.
Oh, okay.
You can say Coke.
So not even Coke. And the reason I say that is because when you say what is a drug you've tried for the first time while living in LA,
don't stir it up yet.
I feel like a lot of people, they come to LA and just start playing what they know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that was one of the questions, because people know in LA, that's the thing. Like, niggas be doing that. Like, you be in the club, they be like, you want to bump?
And I'm like,
Nigga,
do I
what?
look like I want?
What a bump.
Do you do Coke? No. Okay, so you gonna stir the pot up, and we gonna see what you get, EJ.
I bet. I.
Hopefully we get some tea, y'all, because my friend ain't did no drugs. So,
Man.
Try to leave you with a little hip
happy
clanger.
for you. How you said what?
I tried to leave you with a little cliffhanger. Because I was like,
This nigga is mashing up like some mashed
like it's
potatoes.
some food. Like, he
I'm
about
trying to
eat.
get them in there, like, you don't want the same ones on top.
I know. You probably gonna put multiple. Yeah. Ooh, you got two.
I do?
Yes.
Okay, well,
you
I
gotta pick one.
You gotta put one back then.
Pick one of those. I think I'm gonna do one too, y'all. Fuck it.
I ain't getting
But wait,
one.
I'm from LA. I don't know. We gonna see. Well, I'm not from LA, but I'm from Cali.
Same thing.
Of course he gonna say that because he from
Right, exactly.
He just got it.
What is that?
This is say, have you been banged on while outside?
That's a valid question in LA.
Especially as a nigga.
That is a very valid question. in LA.
Especially as a nigga.
Well, thank God. No. Like, have I been banged on? Like, what? What the fuck?
It was a, well, thank God. No.
Y'all, because you ever hear about people getting banged on? Like, the niggas, people that are not from here, these were questions for people that are not from here, y'all. And I just thought it was so funny because it's like, people come to LA, they're like, oh my God, y'all just be, like, people just be doing coke in the club, so that's why the drug question. And then people be like, you go in LA, you can get, it's Bloods and Crips out there, which it is, you know, it's gang banging going on in LA.
Right.
So it's like, as a man living in LA from somewhere else, have you been banged on? That's a good question.
Right. Nah, but you know, I think when folks be getting banged on, whatever, I think they just be in the wrong places. Like,
Yeah.
you probably just be in the hood just for no reason. Like, of course you're gonna get banged. That's where they do the banging at. Like,
That's what they do the banging at.
I
It's
be in
crazy.
Hollywood and stuff like that.
He's out in
crying.
Hollywood.
Like what? That's crazy. Who's
I'm
I would
crying.
get banged on in Hollywood? That's
Nigga, I
crazy.
see where you from. What? Nowhere.
I would think that's a legit question. I'm like, oh, I'm from Memphis. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I
You would
wouldn't
say
even- I
that
wouldn't
because you
even-
from Memphis.
yeah, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, are you banged on me? I didn't even know.
It's like
Yeah.
off of the wood.
I'm thinking you
Literally
really
the
wanna
wood.
know. Yeah.
All right, so should I do one? I think it might not pertain to me, though. So we're going to just come back to these for them later, actually, because I'm not even going to do that.
All right.
Back to our regular questions. That game was fun. Y'all enjoyed that game?
Yeah, it was fun.
I like that game, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
We're
Period.
gonna do another one.
Okay, so what is one thing you would say that is better in Memphis than LA?
Food.
That was one of my questions. Literally, would y'all say the food is better in y'all hometown or in LA? Because people always want to know how the food is in LA. So you just literally answered it already.
Yeah.
Okay, so the food
Yeah, for sure.
is better in Memphis than LA.
Yeah, but I think LA more so be like on a healthier tip. So, like, back home, everything just be so deliciously unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Out here, everybody is like, they really take the health serious out here. So,
Yeah.
like, it's not going to be a lot of, you know, it's different.
Yeah.
But for sure the food is good back home, but it ain't good for you.
Yeah.
It ain't good.
Okay, so that's the one thing you would say, the food. Okay, so as far as you, what is one thing you would say is better in Minnesota than LA?
Man, one thing that's better in Minnesota.
Yeah. She like nothing.
Truthfully, it's just, I think it's harder for me to answer that question because I've lived
in LA
for so long now.
And more of your adulthood.
Yeah.
So
I was
different.
18 when I moved here.
Right.
Literally 18 years old, fresh out of high school. So I think that for me, I'm like, I don't know what I would say is better in Minnesota, but I definitely feel like the food is better here.
Yeah.
Because we have more of a variety.
Compared to Minnesota, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I definitely understand
where EJ's
coming from.
Yeah.
I definitely love the food more in LA. When I go back home to Minnesota, I feel like I can't even find nothing good to eat. You know what I mean? Like there is no Cuban food or, you know, even like I'm vegan, I'm plant-based, but I still like soul food.
Yeah.
Out here in LA, I can find vegan soul food. You know what I'm saying? In Minnesota.
You have more options as a vegan in LA because LA is definitely on their healthy tip, like EJ said.
Yeah.
So it's like, it makes sense as a vegan, you would just love it because there's just so many options for you.
Absolutely.
So as far as what y'all think is better in y'all hometown, would you ever move back to Memphis?
No, ma'am. Nah, I can't do that.
No?
I visit, but live is nah.
Same. I would not go back to Minnesota. And I'll visit. I visit him back home, but no, I wouldn't move back.
Yeah. We're going to do a scenario now, you guys. And if you were in this situation, how would you feel? How would you respond? How would you react? So if you were in the position of wanting to move to LA super, super badly, and say you get a job out here, both of y'all, you get a job out here. Actually, no, I'm going to do two separate ones. I'm going to do one for you and one for you. So you get a job out here, and which you did, technically, as a barber, cutting hair. You come out here, you start cutting hair, and then life is just going good. But then you found out you had somebody pregnant back in Memphis. Would you continue your plans to move out here? Or would you go back and be with your pregnant girlfriend? Or would you want her to move to LA with you and you just try to like figure it out for both of y'all? As a man, what are you doing?
That's a good one.
This is crazy.
Dang.
Honey Pot is here to bring the tea, boo. What are you doing as a man?
I promise that's a good one. Like, I feel like it will be very situational though. But say if I'm able to, well, first of all, I was gonna go out there. Was she already coming out there with me, or she was not? She wasn't coming.
That was never the plan.
I was. If that wasn't the plan, then my 9 times out of 10.
But she's pregnant, so what?
Right.
She want to be with her baby daddy.
Because listen, like it depends. Either I would stay in Memphis, or I would just go and she had to come later. Like she can't come right now. She can't come right now.
So as that situation, find out you was pregnant, and no, we're not gonna say that to you. Hold on, let me change the whole thing for her.
You're saying my perspective. If I was the girl, like what would I feel like as far as like if my man left to LA?
Yeah.
Oh, I can answer that. Because I know how hard it is to make sure you can make it in LA, whether you're female or male. Yeah, I want to be out there, but at the same time, you're not going to have me leave my home, my family.
Everything.
Yeah, and to come to LA and have me living in the trenches. You better have it
Living
together.
on a dream and some hope.
Yeah, I would want you to be, I want to be set up.
But you would want her to have faith in you. Or you would just want her to stay home.
I want her to have faith in me. Like I would.
So have faith in me and move out here with me.
If it's possible.
But in LA, you paying double. Yeah, you paying for everybody to eat.
I ain't gonna lie. It gotta make sense.
Right.
Like, I'm not the type.
LA is not easy to live.
Yeah, I ain't gonna just make it harder on myself. And like, if anything, you had to stay home for a minute. You had to stay home for a minute. I'd go out there and do my thing, and I'll be sending money back, doing whatever I'm doing, or coming back. We'll have to work it out.
He said, but the answer is I'm not going back to Memphis.
Yeah, we gotta, eventually you gonna come out here, you and the baby, that's gonna be the
So until I get my shit together, we gotta get out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
Until I get my shit together, I'm gonna send some money every now and then when I can.
But you going back for
help you and the baby.
Okay, EJ.
I'm coming to visit.
Yeah, I feel like it gotta make sense, cause like that's how you get trapped. You do not want to get trapped in your hometown, I swear. So let me,
baby mama.
Yeah, so let me go, and I'm gonna go ahead and send for y'all when it's, yeah.
Literally.
Still a stand-up man, though. He said, I'm not leaving y'all. I'm not abandoning you. I'm just trying to make it make sense.
Right.
In LA.
Gotta make sense.
Then y'all could come out.
Okay, so a scenario for you. Say you did come to LA to get into modeling more. Mm-hmm. And LA is a great place to do so. And you've achieved that. You've been in multiple magazines, such as...
So one of them, it was Star Magazine. You can get it at like CVS and Target and stuff. And yeah, I was published in that magazine for a hair campaign that I did. I was published in like a UK magazine as well. Yeah, I came out here to model.
Yeah, and she's been doing a great job at it.
Thank you.
So far, super proud of her.
Thank you.
So as far as, say you came out here to model, you did what you was doing, and you love LA, and you don't see yourself leaving. You get this super big opportunity back in Minnesota. Are you moving back or not? I'm going to give you another question after that. Are you moving back for that opportunity? It's with a huge company. You have to leave LA, pack everything up. They want you to be out there within the next month. And they're going to pay you your asking price. Are you going to move back?
You know what? I think that question would depend on how long I've already been in LA. If you're asking the Keela that's been here for 3 years, absolutely not. Yeah. I would have stayed kind of living like maybe on the other side of, I wouldn't say fear, but just more so like I would look at it like, I'm not looking backwards. I'm good where I'm at. I came out here for a reason.
Yeah.
But I think mature adult Keela would say, you know what? Let me go get this bag real quick. LA gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I already made a name for myself, so it's nothing. I can always come home.
So this is where it gets a little trickier in the scenario. So you can't come back if you move back. For whatever reason, you just can't.
Oh, no, I'm not leaving. I'm posted.
So you would never just live...
Because for me, money is not everything.
Yeah.
And right. I know that for a fact I am happier living in LA, waking up in LA, waking up in California than I ever would be waking up in Minnesota.
Right.
No disrespect to my hometown, but that's just not... We get all 4 seasons out there. And when I say all 4... fall, spring, winter, and summer.
That was going to be one of my questions too. Like, do y'all like the weather in LA? I would never leave Cali. I always say this. And I feel like the weather is such a big reason. Is the weather like just so much better here?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, y'all got like the best weather overall. Like,
yeah.
Even in the wintertime when it just gets a little chilly, like it's nowhere near like staying in the Midwest or in the South, like where it be below freezing and snowing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So LA is cool all around. Year round is the best weather. Like,
yeah, you think?
I have to disagree with EJ. California will be my second favorite as far as weather. But I feel like Florida, and that's just me. I'm a heat
Florida
girl.
does have good weather, but it's hot and it's like sticky.
So, but that was what I was getting into. Is like I'm a heat girl. Like I like the fact that I can go outside in Florida at night and it's still warm.
My skin flourishes in Florida.
The water is literally healing. Like the seawater.
That's the one thing I will say is when I was in Florida, my skin was clearing up and I came straight back home and I was like, bro, the air here is so dry compared to like Florida. Yeah. That humidity is actually great for your skin, bro. Yeah,
you're not gonna get in the water at the beach in LA and then get out and say, oh my goodness, my skin looks great. You can literally get in the water in Miami, get out, and you're like, my skin feels refreshed, renewed. Like it's the sea salt, and the like everything about the air. It really will have your skin thriving for sure. So
literally.
Yeah, but Miami's rain a lot though.
Make sure it's not in your face though. It's not in your face, right?
That's why I did it like that.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So we're back. First, I want to like touch bases on some more things that you would say you need to live in LA for those who want to come to LA from other places. Like, what is something that you feel like is a necessity before you move to LA?
A necessity?
Mm-hmm. Because LA is not an easy place to live, right?
Yeah, for sure. A necessity, some savings, good amount of savings. Try to have you something lined up if you can. Like, I know a lot of people want to move and just jump out on faith completely ain't tried to set nothing up. Please don't do that. Try to line you something up. If you can, come out here with a vehicle already. You don't need one, because I don't have one, and I've been getting around fine, but I make money, though, so I can afford to do that. But if you can't afford to do that, you need a car, for sure, if you can bring one. And that's them like the main things, for real. Like,
yeah, so what would you say is a necessity before you come out here?
Originally, I would say, like, I probably would have set a plan. Like, for sure, don't come out here trying to wing it. But now I kind of like I said, I've been here, so I changed my perspective. A lot of people come out here just chasing the dream on some, just being free, and they thrive. So what I would say is a backbone. Have a backbone. If you're going to come out to LA, like he said, all the physical things, right? Money, a car, and like I said, a plan, right? You know, something set up, something, you know, an intention. Mm-hmm. But I would say for sure a backbone. Like, have your back, because, and what I mean by that is like that you're not gonna fold. Mm-hmm. You make sure you standing 10 toes on your morals when you get here, because you gonna get tested. Sure. You're gonna get sold a dream a million times. You're gonna get tested. You're gonna have people trying to promise you this and that, sell you this and that. And so, yeah, I feel like that's what you need for sure coming to LA.
So you came out here, and what was you doing for money when you got out here?
I got out here and immediately started cutting hair. Like, I think I started cutting hair like my second day here. So that's all I've been doing since I got here, just cutting. And I started from nothing, and now I got a lot of something, low key. Like, I got a good clientele now. So yeah.
And who's some of the people of hair you have cut?
As far as I cut like a lot of local, I guess popular California people. But recently I just cut the baby the other day. Like, that's my first.
Oh, I did see you post that. I was like, okay, period. My friend doing celebrities.
Yeah, that was like my first big celebrity client that I done cut. That I recognized, and he threw me in the music video and everything. So
for real, you was cutting his hair in the video?
No, I wasn't even doing. I had a scene in it. I wasn't even cutting hair. I was doing something else.
What you was doing?
Yeah, I had to see in the video.
Wait, okay, so what's the video? Where can we find it?
It ain't came out yet. Like,
I was gonna say it's not released.
Yeah,
right?
I really can't. Like, I can't. I guess say too many details about it. But
okay.
But yeah, when it come out, y'all will see it though.
Okay, period.
No.
You gotta post it on Instagram so we can go see that.
Yeah.
My friend in the baby video. Okay.
Period.
So,
what's the craziest experience you've had as being a barber in LA?
Crazy experience I had as being a barber. You know what? Like, I really can't say I had too many crazy experiences yet. Like, honestly, everything just been smooth as far as like the business and cutting hair. Like, all my clients.
You ain't never had nobody run up on you? Like, I'm not paying for this haircut, bro. I don't like this cut, bro. You ain't make my shit straight, bro. My shit not lined up, bro.
I've never had nothing like that happen to me. Like, everything been cool. Like, I swear to God, like, I've been getting I just get nothing but love out here for real. Like,
yeah.
Nobody ever tried to run off on you without paying you.
Yeah, like, nah, bro, I don't like this. You ain't lining my shit up straight. Like, I ain't paying you, bro.
I've never had nothing like that.
I hope you don't have to. That's wild.
Yeah.
Even in Memphis, nothing like that ever happened?
Nah, no? I never had nothing.
Running out on a haircut is crazy, though, because, like, a haircut? Even a hairstyle, like, bitches be running out on hairstyles. Y'all be seeing that shit on Instagram?
That's what I asked him. I'm like, you ain't never had nobody, like, not even try to run off on you? Nah. You got a real calm, like, damn, EJ, I love that for you, but then it also makes me like, damn, it's coming. You gonna experience, you know, like, because we live here and we go through stuff, all, like, we be experiencing.
But it also just depends on where you at. I feel like the area you cut hair.
Nah, it ain't that, because other folks in the shop sure done got tried before.
For real?
Like, folks didn't be trying to, you know, not like off a haircut necessarily, but, you know, folks be getting upset. But I ain't never experienced nothing like that personally. Not saying it can't happen or nothing, but...
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, like, I get what he's saying because he's still within his first year. The things that I told y'all about getting attacked by the homeless lady and the homeless man, those happened within the last like 3 years compared to my 11 living here. So like, yeah, my first couple years, I didn't really have no craziness either.
Subscribe to the Patreon, by the way, y'all. But yeah.
Say if something like that were to happen.
You was over there thinking about like, if something like that did happen, this is what I would do.
Yeah, like, but like in reality though, it just depends. Most of the time, it ain't like it wouldn't be worth it. I'd rather let a nigga go on about their business. Like I'm not finna go back and forth with you about no haircut.
Fuck it, I just did a free haircut, whatever. I'm letting it go.
Like cool, go ahead. Like I'm not tripping. But
let's not tell niggas that. They gonna start thinking they can run the fuck up on EJ. We not saying that.
I don't think that.
So being assigned as a model in LA is something that a lot of girls want. You know, like that's like a big accomplishment. So. What is something you would say is a crazy experience that you've had to go through as being a model in LA? Something difficult you've had to deal with or an obstacle that came your way? Anything. A crazy time.
I think overall, for me, this is a moment of transparency for me because I don't ever speak on this topic. But I think for me, as far as becoming the model or becoming a model, I think I was so worried about this image that I didn't necessarily, because I had to hustle. So before I was in the medical field and before I got into the fitness industry, like I had to go to the club.
Right.
Like I was dancing and I was 19, like fresh in LA, you know what I'm saying? So I think for me trying to keep those separate, I was like, I will not let modeling and dancing collide. You feel me? I was like, you would never see me like posting on social media about the club, or you would never see me ever like speaking about it. No one knew that, you know, that I danced, and if I didn't say something, or if you didn't see me, you know, in the club type shit. So I think for me, modeling, the most difficult thing for me was keeping that separate, especially just because you identify yourself so much with like the things that you do in life sometimes. And I feel like we gotta learn not to do that.
Yeah. Because,
you know, just because I model is not like, that's not my whole life, or just because you dance, that's not your identity, you know?
For sure. It's more to it than that.
Yeah.
And it's the difference between dancers that want to get out the club and actually have other endeavors going on, and dancers that, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong if you just want to dance forever. Fuck it, do it. Fuck it. Who am I to say something wrong with it? But, you know, a lot of other people, like me and my friend, we
have other goals. Yeah. Getting signed for me was,
the club.
Getting signed for me was like a dream. Like when you say, what was your dream? That was my dream. I was like, I want to get signed. And, you know, my first agency was Ford Models. Like I was like, this is crazy. Like that was Naomi Campbell's first modeling agency. So I was like, this is crazy. Like it's kind of like what EJ was saying earlier. You know, a lot of people feel like you already made it. Just you being here alone, you know, from Memphis. And a lot of people look at my situation like that as well. Being from Minnesota, a lot of people definitely, they're like, you in LA? Like they see the glamorous side, you know, but they don't know, man. It's like I said, LA will chew you up and spit you out for real. Like you gotta really come with some type of mindset that you gonna make it, and you have to believe in yourself. Otherwise, you will not make it. You gonna turn around.
That is a fact. It's not easy to live out here. Okay, we're gonna do one more pull from the honey pot. We're gonna stir the pot. We're gonna stir the pot because I'm getting tired. I'm high.
Man.
EJ gonna stir the pot first. Right. EJ, stir the pot. Stir the motherfucking pot up.
Smash mine. Alright.
EJ, how many tattoos do you have?
I stopped counting so long ago. I don't even know for real.
Do you have a tattoo?
0.
That's so crazy.
0.
Literally, I love that you have 0 tattoos.
Not a nigga's name, not a kissy.
Oh, I've had that before.
0. 0.
Wait, you ever got somebody's name tatted, EJ?
My great grandmother.
Nigga, I got family members tatted.
We talking about a female.
I ain't never got no girl name tatted. Nah.
I literally had a nigga's name on my titty, y'all. I have it covered up.
It's covered. It's okay. We live and we learn, huh, friend?
Yeah, it's covered up. Y'all can't see it no more.
But
it was there. Don't do it. Don't be me.
It's still there for real, but it's
not there.
Why
you want it all?
He messy. He right,
it's
but
still there for.
I mean, hey, it's all good though. It's cool.
It is not there.
Act like it's not.
Weird.
Don't say weird. Listen, EJ might not know, but like in LA,
that is weird.
Somebody call you weird, we take it offensive.
He said, I don't give a fuck.
Man.
Okay, what did it say?
My card says opinion on LA people. I love LA people. These guys are so entertaining and loving.
Yeah.
And
he love LA. This nigga love LA.
Yeah, because LA love me. Like, I ain't got nothing bad to say about these folks around here. They, man.
These folks, I know that.
We rocking and rolling, man. LA, yeah. I mess with
But
them.
when everybody from LA you met so far been cool?
Yeah.
You ain't met nobody weird?
No.
You don't feel like LA messy?
I mind my business so hard, I don't even know.
Yeah,
like,
you wouldn't even know if they was messy or not.
I wouldn't even give a fuck. I don't, I be my own little world.
Period. Okay, what do you have to say about LA people? Y'all gonna both answer each other's this time. So how do you feel about LA people? Since you've been out here. You've been out here so long though.
Yeah, I feel like LA people are it just depends on how tired they are of people coming here. To be honest. I feel like my interaction with LA natives depends on their perspective
of where you're from.
Right. Because or like how long you've been out here.
Yeah.
A lot of people they might meet you and be like, "Where are you from?" And you tell them, and they immediately just kind of want to like pop they shit, like, "Damn, everybody want to come here,"
Right.
Or you might get that person that's like real welcoming and be like, "Oh, how you like it?" know. But yeah, but I love LA. Like again, life is gonna try you anywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
I could have moved anywhere,
That's a
but
fact.
you know what I'm saying?
So when did you start dancing? How old were you?
So I was 18 when I started.
So did you ever dance in Minnesota?
Yeah, I did. I actually started back home. And we could get into this a whole nother time, but LA and Minnesota, the dance world's two completely different things.
Yeah.
Two completely, like in Minnesota, like dancing is dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like LA, you get out here and girls is doing unthinkable things in the club for some money. And I'm like, and I don't know, I'm like, how are the clubs in Memphis? Like, I don't know how.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how the strip clubs is in Memphis. How is the strip clubs in Memphis?
Man, y'all got like ghetto clubs out here, right?
Yeah.
It'll probably just be like the ghetto clubs, like pretty much all of them, except for one. We got one club, beautiful women in there. It's called Purple Diamond. But outside of that, I ain't gonna lie. The rest of them kind of, man, it's just ghetto. But yeah, Purple Diamond. Too.
He said it's just ghetto.
Yeah, like
ghetto, folks, like what?
Like you just go like I swear to God, niggas go there, not really throwing no money. Niggas going there just to get high right quick. Just going there, stand to get high.
Open the walls up.
Man, yeah,
we hate niggas like you.
No, I ain't saying me, but I'm saying that's what's going on at the clubs, the regular ghetto clubs. But Purple Diamond like the good club, like. That one's still ghetto too, but yeah, they make money in that one for sure.
Is they picky with the girls?
I think they is for sure. Like they only got like they coming like LA, like they only got like 2-3 black girls, and the rest of them be all type of different races and stuff. And it's crazy because like Memphis is like a black city, so if you want to see like a different race, you got to go to Purple Diamond. That's where all of them at. But
everywhere else is black.
Yeah,
mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already know LA, like, it'd be a few black girls.
Right.
Like, brown skin, I'm talking about, like, brown girls. It's not a lot of them. And I talk about that in my videos if y'all watch my vlogs. It's not a lot of black girls. LA is not, like, the strip club scene is not in favor of black girls.
They prejudiced.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
You're going to find about 1 dark skin, 2 dark skins in the club.
Yeah.
Other than that, no.
And I think I answered, I just want to say this. I want to clear this up. You might have to like cut it and put them together. But to answer your question more clear, the hardest part about modeling out here, I don't want to say just keeping it separate from, the dancing, but also the mindset of like, again, like my self-worth. Like I didn't think that I deserved, I knew, I was like, you are a supermodel, like you are a model, like you got this, you can do campaigns, you can work in this industry. But because I was in the club, in my mind, I'm like, damn, like, you downplaying yourself. Like, what are you doing? Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? I felt like kind of like undeserving in a sense. And then I had to like tell myself, like, no, like you hustling, like this ain't got nothing to do with your actual potential, like you gonna get signed one day. So that was probably the hardest thing. It's like being in the club, knowing what your dream is which is to get signed.
Right.
And you knew what you came for.
But in the meantime, you just had to do what you had to do.
Right, yeah.
Sure, that's me. In the meantime, I'm doing what I gotta do, but I know what the end goal is. You always gotta have an end goal. People just get lost in the meantime sometimes.
Right.
They get too comfortable.
But you realize, like, it's all about the journey. We be so worried about getting to the destination, and it's like, it's literally the journey. Because even when I got signed, I'm like,
that's a fact.
This is great, but it ain't all what it's crept out to be. I got signed to an agency, multiple agencies, and I've experienced where you're just like, damn, the agency name might be big, but my agent, my manager, the person that's supposed to be representing me, they not really passionate about what they doing. Right. So they not really booking me what I need to be doing. Why am I giving this person a percentage? Right. I could be booking myself for all these things. And so it's like, you know, you have this mindset, get signed. And you realize, damn, I got signed, but I could really put myself in a lot of these rooms.
Yeah. But
it comes with experience and it comes with realizing it's the journey. So
I'm big on that. Shoot, I remember I wanted to be a pharmacy technician. I thought working in the hospital, that was my end goal.
Right. Yeah.
And then it was like I ended up realizing, and then I feel like it wasn't too late for me. So I'm like, nah, this is not what I want to do.
Friend, let me go based off of one thing. I want to say this. I had no idea. When I moved here, I learned this. My ex taught me this. There's a lot of niggas, a lot of people in general that are from California that have not even ever left the hood.
That's a fact.
They haven't even crossed past downtown LA, or they've never even made it to the beach. I said, what? Like,
niggas not going to the beach is crazy.
Right, but I think,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but like, it's almost like,
where did you live? Why didn't you
why didn't you go? But I'm like, y'all didn't go outside the project. You ain't go outside of your gate.
The beach was free.
But I've literally, you'll be surprised, like, where a lot of niggas are just like, they have that hood mentality, or they just got this mentality where it's like I'm an LA nigga, like, and I'm like, y'all in California.
That's a fact.
You ain't never went here, there, and everywhere.
So, Keela, you gotta out the honey pot now.
Oh, period.
Okay, start the pot up.
Whipping it, flipping it. No, okay, let me stop.
It's sticking to the thing. I'm sorry. I hope she get a good one.
She got 3 of them.
No, we're not doing that. Oh, EJ is up in this one. Going.
The honey pot. We stirring the pot up, y'all. Okay. I'm trying to think, what should I cook for dinner?
We got Nipsey Blue. It's not that. It's not dark blue, but it's blue.
Oh, you got the blue one. That was the wild card.
And it's crazy because I said I got the Nipsey Blue.
Wait.
It's not dark blue, but it's Nipsey Blue. It's blue for Nip. Okay.
That was the wild card. Did you see the blue one in there?
Yeah, I didn't want it on purpose.
Yeah, that's the wild card.
I thought it was a couple blue ones.
No, it was one blue one.
What is the freakiest thing you've done while living in LA? Y'all want to get into some stuff so bad. All right, so another moment of it's transparency because it's on a podcast versus just people that know me in real life. But a lot of people can't say this, but yes, at 30 years old, I've only been with one man my entire life. Like when I moved to LA, I got with a dude, and that was my life for 7, 8 years. I was in a relationship with him. And then the last 3 years I've been single. So I say all that to say the freakiest thing I've done while living in LA would probably be like
EJ. You always get me wrong.
Damn, what's the freakiest shit we've never did? That's crazy. We didn't do a lot of freaky shit. I was with him for a minute. So it's like, but in LA, I mean, we've always lived in LA. Freakiest shit I've ever.
You met him in LA?
Yeah. Oh. I met him on New Year's 2014, to be exact.
Okay, so
freakiest shit I've ever done in LA is crazy.
It don't gotta be with him.
But
even that's
the
only person he been with.
That's the only person exactly. So that's the only person I ever been with.
You can do some freaky shit without having sex. True. If that's the only nigga you've had sex with.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the freaky shit will probably be like the location. But I'm like
public. Well, yeah.
What's the location? The craziest location?
Did we fuck on the beach?
I knew it. I knew you. I knew you say the beach. Now, we was on the beach by 3 a.m. Everybody asleep. Look at some player.
Have you fucked on the beach?
Nah, I never done that.
Is that something you would do? Would you be?
Would I? Yeah, I'll do something like that. It sound live, but it's gonna be cold out here around 3 o'clock.
In the morning.
Because when you say freaky, I'm trying to think of freaky, and I'm like, having sex in public is freaky.
That is freaky, I guess. You know you go to jail for that?
Right, you can.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't do that.
I've done it though too, so.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm like...
We had like a little tent. It was so cute.
Oh, see, a tent is dope.
A tent. I didn't even know if we could have the tent on the beach. We just did it though.
See, nigga.
And they didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing. We had the tent on the beach.
That's cool. They mind their business.
I set the whole date up. I'm a cute ass bitch.
What that on?
Oh wait, I shouldn't say yes. No,
What?
they gonna know what happened that day.
That's crazy. She done. All right.
That's going on the Patreon. I'm cutting that out the podcast, and that is going on the Patreon.
Wait, is this recent?
I remember that.
That's why I'm cutting it out of the podcast. That is going to be
Zoom in when
cut.
I rolled my eyes.
Man, that's how you know I be paying attention. I remember,
Cut.
that was like a year ago or something like.
All right, bye. We
bad.
cutting all of this.
They from like a year ago.
What is the biggest struggle you've had since living in LA? It could be any type of struggle you've had.
Only struggle I might have had was probably like when I first got out here, just trying to manage my spending and everything like that. Cause, you know, I didn't have like a solid source of income. Like, you know, if you got a job, you get a check every week. Mm-hmm. Being a barber, being a clientele, you don't know how many people you go. You might go to work and not cut nothing all day. So it's like, but I was still spending money though. So I just had to learn a good balance until I got where I needed to be at. So that's probably like the biggest struggle I had in the beginning.
Right.
But I don't struggle no more, so.
What was your biggest struggle?
When I first got here,
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it was the fact that I was alone. Mm-hmm. That was my biggest struggle when I first came out here because I moved out here with a girl that I graduated with. And we got a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom downtown Burbank. Like, we're 18. Like, nigga, how many 18-year-olds you know got their own crib with just their friend in downtown Burbank, you know? So I think for me, but just watching her FaceTime her family and seeing that, like, they had the means to just, like, get up and visit her or make sure she was straight versus, like, with me, essentially, I'm like, you don't got no family out here. You don't have a relationship with your people, with your parents, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So for me, it was just feeling like alone in such a new, raw environment where you already feel like the weight is on your shoulders. I think it was definitely just feeling alone was my main struggle. Like, obviously money, yeah, you know.
Right.
I was 18, so I didn't come out here just balling. I was fresh out of high school, you know what I'm saying? But I for sure would say feeling alone in the beginning.
Okay. What's the most toxic thing you've done in a relationship, EJ, as a nigga?
Toxic thing that I've done in a relationship?
Yeah.
Man, let me tell it, I ain't never done nothing.
A straight nigga.
Yeah, as long as
I don't do nothing wrong.
As far as I'm concerned, I ain't never done nothing, but let me try to think what somebody might have told me I done done.
Yeah, what's the worst thing you've been accused of doing that's toxic since you ain't never did nothing?
Niggas ain't never did nothing wrong.
Man, just the typical, you know, you just... People just think I just be out here just...
People or one of your exes or a relationship?
One of my situationships, exes, whatever you want to call her, she just always...
Don't like you don't want to claim her.
Whatever you want to call it. She be acting like I'll just be out here just doing my thing. I don't even be doing nothing like that for real.
You don't be doing that out here?
Nah, she just be assuming I be doing that. But sometimes I do.
So what was the accusation? Clearly. Say the accusation. What was it? That you a hoe?
Yeah.
So that's your toxic trait is that you be out here?
That's what she say. I don't think so.
That's what she say? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Because she be wrong half the time. You know, sometimes they just be putting stuff on you. Like, I wasn't even doing that.
Okay. So what is the craziest thing you have done to an ex?
Okay, so again, I only have one ex, y'all, which is crazy, I know. But I would say the craziest thing ever that I've ever done was just recent. Y'all probably like, you said you was with him for 7 years and the last few years you've been single. Facts. However, we stayed friends. And recently I went on social media and I kind of sort of just like vented about finding out that I was being like lied to about some shit. That was pretty fucking toxic. Basically, y'all, my ex's sister married my dad. It's some crazy shit.
EJ face.
Yeah, Kayla over here yawning, about to fall asleep because she high.
No, I'm sorry, y'all.
Because we smoked earlier.
I'm sorry, y'all.
And this man over here like, wait, what? Story time. Yeah, no, it's crazy. So I would say the most toxic thing that I ever did to an ex.
He like, wait, say it one more time. What was it? They might have got confused too.
My ex-boyfriend's sister married my sperm donor, my dad.
So she done made you her stepdaughter?
She tried.
And,
I would
and
never,
her sister-in-law.
Nah, I would never.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Wow.
So is you stepmom to, or no, is you mom?
I don't have a
relation.
Let me clear this up. I don't have a relationship with any of them. To answer your question, the most toxic thing I've ever done to an ex, I would say was, and I don't call this toxic. I think it was my reaction to finding out that I was being betrayed and like lied to for so many years and for so long. But essentially, my ex knew that my dad was still around and that he was still married to his sister for all these years and didn't say nothing to me. Whole time, you're still trying to work on getting me back and still trying to talk to me about marriage and having kids in the future. But yet, my sperm donor, my dad, this not shit ass nigga is around and still married to your sister all these years and you don't say nothing to me about it.
Right.
So the most toxic thing that I did was recently.
That's crazy, right?
So yeah, I have a little bit of a platform on TikTok, a little 15K. And
Oh, you aired the business out.
Oh, I aired it out because I was like, I had just found out. I was right in that moment of finding out that I was being lied to, even though my ex, like, we literally still had a friendship, a rapport, and you over here not telling me one of the main things you should be telling me.
And so, when you found out that your ex-boyfriend's sister was dating your dad, how did they meet?
Well, okay, y'all. So my dad was in prison. And basically, when I got with my ex, his whole family, they all like loved me except for his oldest sister. And so I guess one day my ex decided to tell his sister a little bit about me and my background. Like, oh, like she had an abusive mom and her dad, like he's in prison. He's been locked up her whole life. So basically, essentially, I don't know, trying to make her like me. I don't know what the conversation was between my ex and his sister. But all I know is overnight, magically, now all of a sudden, she's like, oh, Keela, I want to help your dad. And within 24 hours, my dad is like calling me from prison because y'all, mind you, I already had a relationship with him. Mm-hmm. He's calling me from prison like, oh, I'm in love. I'm in love with such and such a sister. Like, oh,
you're a nigga's sister.
Yeah.
I'm in love with your nigga.
And
sister.
I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, she reached out to me through JPay. If y'all know prison communication, y'all know JPay emails. And yeah, I guess she reached out to him while he was still in prison. He was in a reformatory at the time because he had already served 20 years.
And she ended up helping him get out of prison because she's a paralegal, right?
Yeah, like does some type of paralegal work or whatever. So she ended up starting on his paperwork. Mind you, the sister didn't like me at all because she was close to my ex's ex.
Right.
So it was just a lot. So yeah, that's the most toxic thing I think I've ever done to my ex is just going on. And that's not even the toxic part. Me sharing my story on my platform, let's be real, that wasn't the toxic part. Right. I think what was toxic was when his family member commented on my social media, I lost it. And I think that's the most toxic thing I've ever done to my ex was getting into it with his family member. But I really don't care because at the end of the day, that's my platform and she should have stayed where she was at.
Right.
So yeah.
So what you think about that? What if your ex-girlfriend brother start dating your mama?
Y'all.
You get it? It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Your ex-girlfriend brother start dating your mama.
I ain't got nothing to do with me.
You gonna be cool with it?
What I'm supposed to do? My mama grown. Like, what well?
Yeah. And I think the difference is just like...
You a man.
Yeah, but it's also just different. Like, I was so young, you know what I'm saying? I'm an 18-year-old, 19-year-old girl who's had a relationship with her dad through prison letters her whole life. And you have this idea of this man, you think like, when this... Basically, I came to LA for my life. For me. Right. So I already had one toxic parent. I didn't think I was going to have to deal with some bullshit from the other parent, all because now... you didn't marry my boyfriend at the time, you didn't marry his sister. And people might be like, oh, and again, y'all don't know all the details.
No, it's weird though. I ain't gonna lie, that's weird.
Yeah,
like,
but again,
cause then it's
like
you my sister-in-law and you my mom-in-law. No, you my stepmom. What?
Like this essentially like ruined like not only like
weird, but man.
Yeah.
Stepmom and sister is crazy.
Yeah, like
then if I have a baby, that's your niece and your
daughter. But you said ex,
but
so really that ain't nothing to do with me no more. No. You said my ex.
Oh yeah,
you right. Yeah.
So
oh, got it. But okay,
I'm
if you were still with
in
the
moment,
person,
in the moment, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like of course you gonna have that thought like of all people, why I'd be mad at my mama like, Mom, why of all people, why would you do that? But that's what she want to do. She wrong, like,
and that's what.
But
I
if you was
too.
to be with that person though, it's like. If we got a kid, that's your grandchild and your fucking.
I wouldn't even be with them off the strength of that no more. Like, well, I guess it's over with. Like,
oh, you would leave that person because your mama got with their brother?
Like, what type of mess?
So what if they break up? You could still be with that person.
Oh well.
And mind you, like even in my situation, yeah, like even in my situation, it's like with her.
It's not funny. Sorry.
I'm crying.
I ain't doing that.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's all. That's what I'm saying. It's all. Some shit for sure.
Somebody gonna have to go.
Y'all missing the point where I said like somebody's intent or motive was not something wasn't clear because like again the sister didn't like me. So why would you want to marry my dad? And I get
why would you want to help my dad get out of jail then marry him?
And I know a lot of people are probably like,
you know why?
Hey,
she succeeded too. It's okay though.
You feel me? Yeah. So it's like it is what it is. I clearly like.
Yeah,
I served the purpose. I served the purpose for their little situation. So I'm like,
but okay, EJ, did you pull out the honey pot?
Mm-hmm. When?
She pulled again.
You. No, but you got to go again though.
Oh yeah, she went first.
I got that free.
I went first. I went first,
and then I went, and then
no, that's why we only got 4 because we both went twice.
Oh, y'all both went twice?
Yeah.
Was you gonna do one or no? Because of the LA question?
No, they're for like LA question.
Okay, so it's your turn. Is it his turn?
So whose turn is it? I could have swore she just went.
She did just go, but I guess we're still going. It is my turn.
That's what we doing.
My fault, gang. My fault.
Your turn.
Y'all, this is the last pull out of the night.
The last pull out
of the night.
We ain't pulling out no more after this.
Yo, no, pull out, y'all. Please strap it up. Pull out. We don't need no more procreating on this earth. It's already too many damn people.
The last pull out is kind of crazy. Okay, so she gonna do one more actually. Yeah.
One thing you hate about LA? What I hate about LA?
Yeah, since you love LA so much, that's a great question for this nigga.
Yeah, you gotta answer this.
Yeah.
And hate is a strong word, but it's like, what's one
you gotta hate it. You gotta really hate
this it. This is easy. Easy.
One thing I hate about LA. I don't know, like maybe how everybody kind of dick ride Kendrick Lamar. Like that's probably about the only thing. I'd be
that's so new though. Like,
but what did he say? What about
everybody dick ride Kendrick Lamar?
That's
new though.
Outside of that, that's the only thing I can think of. I ain't got no problem
fresh,
with LA.
That's new and that's recent.
Fresh.
That's trending.
Once again, I'm fresh and new and recent.
Okay, so maybe he could say things that trend.
No, it's fine. Things you hate in LA. How people that's one thing you hate about LA. People dick ride certain people. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
There you go.
You apply that's everything, I guess.
Which is also
I'm sure they'll do it to somebody else next if it gets the opportunity arose.
Yeah.
But outside of that, that's about it.
Okay. What's your
to answer that question, the reason I said that's easy is I was gonna say traffic.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
What? I hate traffic.
Easy.
Well, I don't be driving, so.
Because hate is such a strong word, but one thing we hate.
It literally will ruin your day. Mm-hmm. It'll take you 30 minutes to go 2 miles.
I don't care if you're driving yourself. I don't care if you're in an Uber. I don't care if you're walking. Even the walk. Y'all ever been in grocery store traffic? You can't move. You can't move your cart.
No, because the lines are so long. In Minnesota,
everything, just traffic.
What is the population in Minnesota, bro?
It's probably big. Minnesota.
It's really not that big.
Damn, I thought it was a big
But it's
place.
not super small either.
What about, it's not?
Yeah, like we're not big. Like,
is it a lot of land out there? Like, is a lot of green?
Yes.
Like farms and shit?
Yeah, a lot more greenery.
It sounds like it's farms and shit.
Yeah. Once you go out past the city, because you got the Twin Cities. So I'm from St. Paul, but the Twin Cities is St. Paul, Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once you go outside of the city, you get into the suburbs. And then once you are outside of the suburbs, you start going more into like the country areas, And yeah, that's where like you got all the land. That's where they still probably be You gonna have to bleep this out, but hey, niggas, you know, that's where they still racist as hell.
That's going on the Patreon.
Minnesota.
That is going on the Patreon.
Put it on the Patreon. Yeah, let's talk.
Yo,
that's where
what?
they killed George Floyd, was in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So at the end of the day, yeah, like, and so imagine what I'm talking about. That was in the city.
No, yeah, that's
so go outside of the city and you get into them boonies, the boondocks. Yeah, absolutely not.
Nah, I feel like it sounds like some shit.
I didn't know that Glendale was considered, not to cut you off, friend, I didn't know that Glendale was considered a sundown town out here. My orthodontist is in Glendale. My regular dentist is in Glendale. My eye doctor's in Glendale. I loved Glendale. And then I found out Glendale, they are literally considered a sundown town. I get to look in
I feel like Burbank is too low key.
It's a part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I said this is crazy.
Yeah. Okay, you gotta pull your last one.
Okay.
And so while she pulling her last one, do you feel like Memphis is like is it Memphis just city?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of city.
Yeah, Memphis is a city, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not no country shit in Memphis.
Nah. It's
city niggas in the country. It's country niggas in the city.
I have a question for you.
That's like Memphis, right? Country niggas in the city.
I guess. Like,
cause I feel like y'all got, I don't know, y'all just like Memphis give me barbecue.
Yeah, for sure.
Country vibes.
I mean, you know, it's like, it's in the South. We neighbors to Mississippi and, you know. So, like, yeah, like. But Memphis is a city, though, for sure.
Do your mannerisms change when you go back home to visit? Like, do you no ma'am, yes ma'am, no ma'am?
I do that everywhere I go.
Even out here still in LA, you still yes ma'am, no ma'am?
Yeah, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. I do, all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this last one says, what is the most scandalous thing someone has done to you while living in LA? The most scandalous thing.
Shit, that story?
Exactly what I'm going through. Yeah, I think the most scandalous thing I've ever been through is...
Okay, now to pull another one, because...
Yeah.
That's like the most scandalous thing you've been through.
That is the most scandalous shit I've ever been through.
Start a pot up. Is y'all still high?
I am. I feel it in my eyes.
Yeah, but you know, we can always smoke it. It popped out, so I guess I'll do it.
I don't know. What up? Go. What?
I don't feel like I was supposed to do this one.
Why?
Because I technically didn't pick it. It just fell out and I choked and I was like...
Okay, so do a different one then. She just want to do a different one.
No, I didn't read it.
You said what, you did?
You dramatic. You should be in a movie or something. Like an actress is like...
I know. I tried to... Listen, I used to act. I will be.
She will be.
Yeah, okay. Stop playing.
Manifest it.
I know, that's right, EJ. Thank you. He was literally like low-key when you went to the bathroom. He was like, shout out to you. Like, you really came out here tomorrow and you really started and you really did it.
Period.
How is your dating life in LA? Y'all, let's answer this. This is a great question.
We already know it's terrible. You only dated with one person.
That's fucked up. First of all, so... The question is, how is your dating life? Like currently I'm not dating, which is about to change because I feel like, yeah, time is a wasting. We almost at the end of the world. Like, baby, I gotta get out here and just experience something. Like,
find your person.
I literally, and even if I don't find my person, just have fun.
Yeah.
Experience life. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is I've been on some dates in LA. And when I tell you I've gone on dates with producers, athletes, musicians, y'all are...
Girl.
You want to answer the question?
The athletes, all of that. Yeah, so you next. How was your dating life in LA? How was the females? So basically, you summed it up. Sorry, you summed it up as the niggas is trash.
So, yeah, currently I don't have a dating life, but the niggas are trash.
It's like... It's the pick of the litter. Is that what they can say? It's something.
Yeah, it's trash. Y'all the egos be so big. Oh, I do this. I got this. But you can't even pay attention to detail.
Dating niggas in LA is a hassle. Okay. How is it dating life for you? Have you experienced a dating life? Have you got into it in the year you've been here?
Nope. This year I've been focused on building my foundation. Lie. No, it's not a lie. I have not been dating out here.
A whole year, EJ? You ain't dated on nothing, dipped in.
You haven't been dating out here?
No,
do
you
have
ain't
move back
dipped
home?
in nobody, honey pot.
I ain't say that, but that's not dating though. Like, they're just doing something.
All right, you right.
Yeah, I ain't really been. I ain't dated since I've been.
So you
like,
just one
ain't
night
never
stands in it?
Yeah, you ain't never took a bitch on a date. Damn.
You basically saying you've been hitting cheeks since you've been living in LA, but that's it.
Nah, but I ain't even just been doing that. I have before, like probably once or twice, but I've been everybody.
Okay, so answer the question, EJ. Are you current? Even though you're not dating in LA, do you have a boo elsewhere? Or are you dating?
No, I'm not dating right now. Nah.
Okay.
So how would you say the dating life is in LA though? You can't answer because you haven't been on a date at all?
Yeah, can't answer that one because I haven't done it.
You just said you've been focused and like on...
I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that for you because niggas tend to think with the other fucking head. Niggas are stupid. You know, I just feel like I have a lot of bad things to say about men sometimes. But...
all girls.
And it's like, I want to have so many bad things to say about men, but it's like, I don't have a bunch of men to experience, like, to say that from, like, experience. Yeah, so it's like, I feel so... I'm not gonna sit here and down talk my ex, like, you know what I'm saying, at all, or say anything bad about that man. I learned a lot from him and went through a lot of good and bad with him, but it sucks, you know, being a grown ass woman. And when you have interactions with men, you be like, I don't even know how to talk to you. I don't know how to perceive or like even receive what you're saying right now, because I'm only used to like one perception or one reaction or one, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's interesting. I think that's why I be so in tune, especially when men do speak around me. Like even right now with EJ, I'm like really trying to like take in what you saying. That's why I asked about your mannerisms. Like, do they change when you go home? You know what I'm saying? Certain things.
I think that there are good men out there though. There are very good men out
100%.
there. The dating life is just like terrible in these days. But if you find you a good one, you find you a good one. Is that what you would say? I
feel like you just got to find somebody you're compatible with, man, because, man, everybody got good and bad. Everybody. So it's like you just got to find what work for, like, you know what I'm saying, work for you.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't going to put up with just anything from anybody. And likewise, shouldn't nobody just put up with anything from you, but you got to find somebody you click with. And, you know.
All right, last question, y'all. What's the pettiest reason you fell out with somebody? Like, a person you was fucking with. Like, it could have been a first date, the second date, like, you just didn't go back because of this reason and it was petty.
Probably, for me, just being, like, too clingy, like, I just can't deal with nobody that's just too clingy, like, especially, I can understand in the beginning to an extent, but after a certain amount of time, I feel like we should get back to normal and regular.
I don't think that's petty.
Like.
Being clingy?
Okay, cool.
It's
hard to deal with.
I need my space.
Yeah. You think that's petty?
But like,
that's a boundary of yours.
That's not petty. A boundary is not petty.
Some people really swear they'll swear them down you wrong. Like, are you left her just because she want to be around you? Like,
no, but that's not petty. That's your personal preference.
Yeah, that's a boundary.
I can give you.
I need my space. I love being alone. I have to be alone for a certain amount of time, or I will get tired of you.
100%.
See, that's the thing. I think y'all understand because y'all like boss ladies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all understand like y'all need solitude and you can't be around somebody all day long. But
I get creative when I'm alone, all type of shit.
You gotta be charged up. You can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot give to somebody if you have nothing to give.
Exactly.
So it's like 100%, yes, I need to be by myself so I can work out, meditate, pray, journal, do something to pour into myself so that I can have some energy for you. Cause what? So being clingy, that ain't petty, baby. That's if that's
I'm Petty LaBelle, bitch.
Yeah. Right. I'll tell you one of mine though. I canceled the date because of the restaurant. That might be petty. But again, I'm vegan. And if again you couldn't pay attention to detail.
Because if you were interested enough in taking me on a date, you would have paid attention to detail.
You.
But if you were also interested enough in going on the date, you could have just simply told him to change the restaurant.
Thank you. So in the male's eyes, I'm petty and that was a petty reason. But in a female's eyes who has high standards and feels like at the end of the day, I know what I deserve, you know I'm vegan. Why you didn't look at that menu before you chose this restaurant? You just think about your stomach and your stomach only? Absolutely not. You do not get my time canceled. And that was an hour before the date.
Absolutely not.
So maybe the time, and even that down to that, the timing wasn't petty. Y'all might say an hour before, that's petty. No, it wasn't petty because you were supposed to send me the details of where we were going anyways, and you didn't. When you did, it was too late.
Yeah, that's like it could be either way. Because you would think like, just tell me to change the restaurant, right?
I mean,
that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what dude said too.
But
why do I have?
It's an option if you really do want to go on a date. Right. Yeah. Like, I feel like you do what you just did. That's what you do when you really, like, he already on thin ice. Like, I really didn't
want to go anyway, so fuck it. You.
So y'all do feel like I was petty. Y'all feel like I was being petty.
Slick.
Low key.
Because if you liked them on God, you still would have.
I feel like my standard. Okay, I'm not gonna be. All right, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, you know what?
It
though?
was 50-50.
I feel like you should have listened to me and I told you I was vegan. You should have been listening to me. So I'm on both parts.
Yes, it was 50-50 to me, y'all. And you said you was gonna send me details hours prior.
But if you really, really wanted to go, you would have been like, change the restaurant.
That's what he
Simple.
said.
But even the fact that he sent it to you an hour beforehand, it's like, nigga. But he simply didn't fucking remember you was vegan.
Period.
Man.
And you didn't take the time to remember that. That's actually something important to remember.
And you're somebody who is quite literally popping your shit about how detailed you are and how the people that you care about, you go hard for, and I always make sure I pay attention. No.
What would you do in that situation?
What if
the girl? Okay, so if a girl told you she was vegan or vegetarian, are you gonna remember that when you plan the first date as a man?
I mean, I would hope so. Like
you would hope so.
Yeah, like
what's wrong with niggas? Why y'all can't remember basic shit?
No, because listen, I think if it's somebody I really like, then yeah, I feel like I will remember that. If it's somebody I'm just like.
Exactly why she didn't need to go on a date.
Right,
exactly,
this is
It was somebody you didn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, like this is our first date.
Exactly.
This is supposed to be our first date. So I'm not.
Are you really interested?
Yeah, I'm not thinking.
If you really interested, you on God, yeah, you gonna pay attention to that.
We got to the bottom of that right there, y'all. From a nigga point of view, right there. He don't really give a fuck because if he wanted to remember, he would.
He sure would have.
And that's exactly why I said my decision to absolutely not go
was correct,
or make you change your mind was absolutely correct. Because why am I repeating myself about anything? Especially when you've been trying to get a date with me for how long, and you've been following me on social media for how long? How you follow me on social media and half my content or the things that I post be my vegan food or me being
vegan?
He just be like, she fine.
Right. Look at that ass. Oh shit.
Like
body giving. Damn. I'm gonna take her out.
Hurting all my gym shit.
They ain't studying no food. He like
he's skipping all the stories with anything but ass. It don't even be. She don't be posting ass, but she be posting her like gym stuff.
That's like you going on a date with a girl and she over here like, or she plans the date and she wants to do Top Golf, but you tell her 5 times before, babe. Or like whatever.
I hate Top Golf.
Yeah, I hate Top Golf. And then she playing a surprise date for y'all, and y'all get there, or y'all are about to go, and then she tells you, just so you know, it's Top Golf. You still gonna go, or you gonna be like, this bitch didn't listen to shit I said, and it's disrespectful. I ain't coming. Or are you gonna say, nah, it's okay, just change the location? Or you gonna stand on your boundaries and be like, nah, bitch, you should have had more respect for me.
Mm-hmm, yeah, but probably would.
See,
yeah.
No, I was right.
Okay.
Yeah, you right though. You right.
No,
you just not going. Yeah, you're not going to Top Golf. Don't change the location.
Y'all listen. When I say this, when a nigga I've experienced a nigga that really gives a fuck. Okay, and they act completely different than niggas who don't give a fuck. Period. Point blank.
But at the same time, some niggas just good actors.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
Because
that is the truth. Are you acting? It take you a while to figure out a nigga is putting an act on and he played in your fucking face the whole time.
So then to stay on topic, friend, LA women versus Memphis women.
Yeah.
What's your take on that then? Like, since you haven't dated, is there?
Yeah, I haven't dated no LA women, but
as far as like
I know some though personally, like as friends and stuff. So they cool as friends.
But you can't say as far as dating.
Yeah, as far as dating, I never dated none, so I wouldn't know like the difference.
But I guess as far as like how they care, it's a lot of women out here that are not from LA, but
that's a fact.
The women that are in LA that you see versus like the women in Memphis, like as far as how they carry themselves and stuff, like what do you think? Like,
the ones I know are pretty up to par. Like they like handling their business, they doing good. So they cool. But I done seen like ghetto ones too, and they like just average ghetto chick like anywhere else. Like do you feel like more? I guess what I'm saying is like you feel like in Memphis, women are still more so just being true to themselves. They are who like
we
to them.
Wrap it up, y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Versus like LA, everybody trying to just put on face. Because like you were saying, people will tell you anything. But yeah, I was just wondering because he said like people say anything, and I'm like yeah. So how you feel about the girls out here versus like back home? You feel like people might be. A little more fabricated and fake out here versus like back home. You might feel like people are more
about
authentic.
LA people. They be like, LA people. Some people say LA people fake.
Mm-hmm. I hear that a lot, but like I said, my experience just be different. But I do hear that a lot. Yeah. And but yeah, back home, I feel like everybody kind of just. I feel like everybody in Memphis kind of real and kind of raw for real. Mm-hmm. Like the girls kind of act like Glorilla, and niggas just we all act the same for real. It's just we all just act like niggas around there for real. It's kind of, I don't know. But it's cool though.
Right. Okay, so to end this podcast off, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. I hope it was entertaining. To end it off, EJ, what would be a piece of advice you would give to somebody of what not, like the perfect example of what not to do while living in LA?
What not to do out here? Do not get out here and try to fit in with the crowd. Be yourself. That's what make you stand out. Don't be scared to put yourself out there. Make connections, network, and you know what I'm saying? Just at the end of the day, just be true to you. Be yourself. Be an individual.
Right, period. And what would be your advice of what not to do? You moved out here younger than him. What would be your piece of advice? At a young age, at 18, what would be your advice to an 18-year-old? My
advice would be to do what you like, to not change your mind based off of what somebody else in LA is trying to get you to do. Just don't fall easy into like peer pressure. Stay focused, like tunnel vision. That's what I would say. That's my best advice, is literally tunnel vision when you come to LA. Because if you don't and you start taking advice from other people, essentially you lose sight of why you came, and then it's not, you lose purpose. You feel me? So I would definitely say, staying true to what you come for. Don't come out here and start listening to other people. Right. Like it's kind of what like EJ was saying. Just stay true to what you really set out to do. Right. Period. All right. So I personally am born and raised Cali, not LA, but born and raised Cali. I would never leave. I love it. Super grateful to be born here.
That's a blessing.
I think that a lot of people, they be like, different people have different perspectives. Like, some people be like, oh, being born in Cali is so cool. Some people be like, I would never want to live there. So it just depends on your point of view in life. Do what makes you happy. And that's what I do in life. I do shit that make me happy. So, period. I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. Make sure y'all don't forget to tune in to the Patreon and subscribe. Go ahead and tell them y'all Instagrams one last time. All right, my Instagram is Eclipse. That's 2_ ECLIPSS. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah. My Instagram is Keela. So at OKKEELA. Follow me. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. Make sure you don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn your post notifications on so you can be notified every time I post a video, because who don't want to watch my videos? Everybody want to watch my videos, period. That's not what I say on this channel. That's crazy. That is my vlogging outro. So you got to say, yo, Honey Pot Podcast. So thank you so much for watching the Honey Pot Podcast. I am your host, Honey K, and I brought you the tea, period.